Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'll be bringing you today's episode. As always, please hit those like and subscribe buttons. I want to give a couple quick little informational things. First, to all the fans that ask us about being able to tip the channel to show your appreciation and help us out. We still have the buy us a coffee function. I really appreciate all those coffees you guys have bought us. As you know, all three of us live off coffee. Just check the description of the video down below for a link to that if you are interested. But also, YouTube has now added a new function, a thanks button, right at the bottom of our videos. So if you appreciate what we're doing or appreciate the video we put out, please hit that thanks button, drop us a little bit. And if not, no worries. We appreciate all you guys watching. Second, we have our live streams coming up. They're going to be every single week on Tuesdays at either 1 or 2 o'clock, probably 2 o'clock. Some days I pick up the kid, I may do it at 1, but I'll let you guys know in advance. And once a month we will be doing a charity one. So this first one is going to be towards charity. After that will be our regular live streams. If they go well, we'll continue to keep them on YouTube. If not, we'll shift them over to our patrons. For most of them, we'll still do the occasional one on YouTube. And with that in mind also, please join us as one of our patrons. Just check again the description of the video down below for some links to that. And we have exclusive videos that we put up there all the time. Things we don't put on the regular channel, including the entire How to Deal Craps course. So with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into today's video. So for today's episode, we want to begin explaining the center action and how center action works. I'm not going to discuss whether or not these bets are good bets, what is a good bet, what is not a good bet, how to play them. I'm just going to discuss how they work, what these bets are for people that are interested in starting to try and play the center action. So I'm going to start off with the 3 bets that are a little bit different than the rest. First one is the hard ways. Okay, the hard ways come just like the picture. They come as a pair: 5-5, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4. Okay, this one is different in that it is the only bet up here that is not a one-roll bet. It will stay up here except under 2 conditions. If a 7 rolls, it wipes it out, or if an easy way rolls. And what is an easy way? Well, it's also the difference between high side and low side, which we're going to be using a lot later, so I want to explain it now. High side is anything that has a 1 in 36 chance of hitting, basically any pair. Pairs only have one way of coming. So a 5-5 can only come one way. A low side has 2 ways of coming, also known as an easy way. So the 5-5 is the hard 10. The 6-4 is the easy 10. So if you bet $1 on the 5-5, $1 on the hard 10, and a 6-4 rolls, this loses, this comes down. Okay. Why are there 2 ways? Why is that a low side, the easy way? Because it can come 6-4 or 4-6. Visually on the dice, it looks like there's only one way to come, 6-4. But it could be 6-4 or it could be 4-6. So there's actually 2 ways or a 1 in 18 chance. 2 ways out of the 36 combinations of the dice. Now what you'll notice on the layouts, each layout is going to be a little bit different. Most of them are going to say 4-1 instead of 2-1. Okay, this pays 7-2-1. So if I have $1 here, I receive $7. Some layouts will say 8-4-1. It's the same thing. 8-4-1 would mean you would receive $8 if we took this dollar away for this dollar. Since we always leave bets up, you would receive $7. Basically, you'd be getting paid $8 and we would take $1 out to keep you up. So you would get paid $7. So the hard 10 and hard 4 pay 7-1. The hard 6 and hard 8 pay 9-1. Why is there a difference? Not because either one of these, any of these are harder to roll than any other, but because it's easier for them to lose, and let me explain why. 1 in 36 chance for any hard way or high side to roll, any pair. So this has a 1 in 36 chance of hitting. How many ways can it lose? Well, there's 6 ways to roll a 7. There's 2 ways to roll an easy 10, 6-4 or 4-6. So 8 ways to lose, well, and 1 way to win. Hence 8-4-1. Not quite 8-2-1, which would be perfectly even true odds. There is a house edge built in there, 8-4-1 or 7-2-1, 7-1, because there's 8 ways to lose. So why do these pay better? If the hard 6 were to roll, I'd get $9 instead of $7. Why? Again, 1 way to win out of 36, but now there are 4 easy ways. So you have 6 ways for the 7 to roll, and then for the easy way, you've got the 5-1 or 1-6, and you've got the 4-2 or 2-4. So there's 4 ways, so it's 10 ways to lose, 1 way to win. 10 to 1 true odds, so it pays 9 to 1. So that's why these two pay better, because there's more ways for them to lose, not because they're harder to hit. So these bets will stay up the entire time. Every other bet on here is a one-roll bet. It wins or it loses the very next roll of the dice. So we're going to cover the next two kind of oddball bets that are on here. First one is the 87. This one is combining three combinations of the dice. Technically 6, but visually only 3. And that would be the 5-2, the 4-3, and the 6-1. In reality, it's 5-2 or 2-5, 4-3 or 3-4, 6-1 or 1-6. But to most people, it's just three combinations of the dice instead of the actual 6 that it is. It's combining 3 ways to roll a 7 into one bet so that you can bet $1 on it. Assuming you're on a table that allows dollar center action. If you're on a $25 minimum bet table, they may make the minimum bet in here $5. Maybe. Definitely if you hit $50 or $100 minimum bet tables. This pays 4 to 1, or 5-4-1 if you want to come down on it. But most people will leave their bet up, so it's going to pay $4 if a 7 rolls. It's just combining three different numbers. Same thing with this bet, the any craps. Any craps is combining the 3 crap numbers, the 12 and the 2, which are high side because there's only one way for them to roll. And then the ace deuce, which is a low side because it's not a pair. There's 2 ways for it to roll, 1-2 or 2-1. So this is combining the 3 crap numbers into one bet, just like with the 7, combining the 3 7 numbers into one bet that you can bet a minimum of $1 on. A lot of people use this bet as an insurance bet for their pass line on a come out roll. It's most often bet if somebody has either a come bet or on the come out roll for their pass line bet. These C's right here also represent the any crap. So a lot of times if you bet it, it's going to be placed over here. It's kind of a courtesy spot for the dealers, makes it easier for us to keep track of the bets. Plus there's a very common bet that uses that, which I'm going to get into right now. The next number I want to go over is going to be the 11, or the yo. It is also known as the yo. Why is it known as the yo? Because on a stick call, when we're calling out the numbers, if we say 11 in a loud casino, it can sound like a 7. So if somebody says an 11, there's a chance before they turn around and notice what happened that a dealer has cleared off all the pass line bets, assuming that there was a loser because they heard 7 instead of 11. So we always say yo. So the 11 is a low side because it's not a pair. It comes 6-5 or 5-6, and it pays 15 to 1 or 16-4-1. Same bet. It's a one roll bet. Wins or loses on the next roll of the dice. This E also stands for 11. So a lot of people will bet what's called a C and E, crapping on 11. It's a $2 minimum bet because you're betting 2 different bets. And we'll set it up right there. Very common bet on the come out roll. The C is ensuring the pass line bet against a crap number that forces it to lose. Well, the 11, I guess, is just a fun bet. It's just for some unknown reason because it's not ensuring anything. The pass line bet wins on an 11 on a come out roll. But this has become an extraordinarily popular bet. So popular that every layout that I've ever seen has C and E spots on the side. Again, $2 minimum bet. Next we have the ace deuce, which is just like the 11. It's an easy way, low side, so it pays 15 to 1. Then you've got your 2 and your 12. These are pairs, so therefore they are high side because there's only one way for them to roll. They pay 30 to 1. All high sides pay 30 to 1. Minimum bet of $1. They win or lose on the next roll of the dice. So what are some of the combinations we can do here? Well, we already talked about the C and E. A lot of people will do. Another popular one is called the high-low, where you're betting the highest and the lowest. You're betting 2 numbers, so $2 minimum bet. $2, we tend to set it up just that way. You've also got the aces, ace, deuce right here. Some people will call that a low-low. I hate that phrase. I call it aces, ace, deuce. It goes right there. $2 minimum bet because you're betting 2 numbers. You also have an ace, deuce, yo. Betting those 2 numbers, $2 minimum bet. You've got your 11, 12. Some people call it an ET. If somebody says an ET, I will book an 11, 12. There we go. I try and stay away from a lot of slang, especially since a T can stand for a lot of different things. 3, 2, 12. So, 11, 12 right there, betting 2 numbers. This one has a low side and a high side, pair and a non-pair. So it pays 2 different ways depending on what number rolls. Another combination, the high, the low, and the yo. High, low, yo. Right there. $3 minimum bet. 3, because you're betting 3 different numbers, dollar minimum each. Another common one, three-way crap. See, the any crap is combining these 3 numbers into one bet that you can bet a minimum of $1 on. Some people would prefer to bet a $3 three-way crap. A couple different ways we could set it up. We could, of course, set it up like this, but for ease of use, we tend to set it up this way so that we can point it towards the player so we can remember who's got the bet. This one has 2 high sides and a low side, so depending on what number hits is how it's going to pay. Now, if we were to do a $3 any crap instead of a $3 three-way crap, how do things pay? Well, it kind of depends. If the low side hits, a three-way crap would pay $13. And any crap is going to pay $21 on this $3 bet. But if the high side hits, and any crap is going to pay $21 because it pays 7 to 1. Whereas over here, it's going to pay $28. So there's pluses and minuses to either one of these 2 bets and deciding which one you want to make. But the any crap you can do for $1, while the three-way crap you cannot. The last one I'm going to talk about in this video is going to be a three-way crap plus an 11. That has a name. It's called a horn bet. You're betting 4 numbers, therefore it's a $4 minimum bet. It has 2 low side and 2 high sides, so it's going to pay different depending on what number rolls. This is also a very common one for a come-out roll. All 3 craps to ensure the pass line bet against a crap number, and the yo just because it's fun, kind of like the C&E. Now the last thing I want to cover real fast before we end this video, and this is part 1 by the way, is proper and improper bets. There's only a couple of situations where improper bets are common, and improper bets mean you don't have an exact amount on each individual number. For instance, if I do a $3 three-way crap, I've got $1 on each number. If I do a $4 horn bet, I've got $1 on each one of these numbers, right? If I threw in $4 and said I want a $4 three-way crap, the dealers are going to throw back $1 9 times out of 10, actually more than that, probably 99 times out of 100. They're going to give you $1 change, right? Because what are you going to have, $1.33 1/3 cents on every single number? I know how that pays, and some dealers do. A lot of dealers do know how that pays, but they're going to encourage a proper bet. They're going to give you $1 change. If you say, no, I want a $4 three-way crap, if the dice are still in the middle, then most likely they're going to say no and give you your $1 change. It needs to be proper. There's a number of reasons for that between shot-taking players and dealers that are unable to pay an improper bet. I've also heard of out-of-state casinos outside of Nevada, some of them that don't take improper bets, period, in any way, shape, or form because of rules on how they're supposed to pay. The only times an improper bet is okay, it's a $5 high-low. It's so common that every dealer knows how to pay it. It pays $72, since it's high side either way. It pays $72. It technically pays $72.50, so you're giving the casino 50 cents. But this is a super common bet. Another super common one is the horn bet. $5 horn bet. $5 horn bet on the low side, which is the non-pairs, is going to pay you $15. On the high side, it's going to pay you $33. In reality, it pays $33.75. So you're giving the casino 75 cents. But both of those improper bets are super, 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 super common, just like C&Es. You can do an improper C&E, won't be a problem. It just has to be at least the minimum, so at least a minimum of $2. But you can do a $7 C&E, nobody's going to care. Try to do a $7 horn bet, they're probably going to make you throw them in $1, or they're going to give you change. But a $5 horn bet, that's okay. There's better ways to do it that we're going to cover in part 2 of the video, but if you'd like, you can do a $5 horn bet, absolutely. And I hope this video has started to answer some questions on center action, how it works, and what the bets are. Thank you everybody for watching today's video, and as promised, a little bit more detail on things that we are working on. So again, we want to continue trying to expand the channel. We're really hoping to be able to add roulette as soon as possible, and then some video keno, video slots, stuff along those lines. Unfortunately, it ate up almost all of our cash, paying off all of our bills during the month of January while we were down. And now that the holidays have ended, YouTube's payouts have dropped significantly. So we're kind of treading water here as far as all that goes. Do have a lot of things we want to add, though. Not just those things, those additional games, and hopefully some carnival games and such like that, but the live streams. The biggest problem right now with the live streams is with 3 jobs combined between the 2 of us, 4 if I include the 20 to 30 hours a week I'm putting into the YouTube channel. It's very, very difficult for me to have a day and time that I can commit to doing the live stream every single week, because we also have our very young child to take care of. But I'm trying to figure that out. I'm thinking it's probably going to end up being on Monday nights or Tuesday afternoons, or possibly both. I intend to do at least one live stream exclusively for our patrons, and then another one on the YouTube channel. So possibly both days. We also have a few other things that we really want to attempt to move forward on. I'm just running into either time or skill set issues. I do want to eventually have a website going for us. I did used to program websites over a decade ago. A lot of things have changed, and I just don't have that time. And not a whole lot of knowledge on the current state of building websites, hosting what sites can host, and how to build up the e-commerce stuff. So if anybody has any skill sets along those lines and would like to answer some questions or just help us out, shoot us an email, sincitylivingLV@gmail.com. Also, I really hope to be able to start adding some exclusive stuff from Sin City Living, logoed shirts, hats. I'm looking to get custom dice made, even custom layouts made, although those would be pretty expensive. But I know zero about e-commerce and drop shipping and anything along those lines. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area, please email me. I would love to ask you some questions and see if you can answer a few to help me figure out how to get that going. Same thing with designing our logos. I had some logos designed, very, very small logos, unfortunately, not big enough to blow up to put on t-shirts and stuff like that. And again, I know I know nothing about logo design, graphic design, any kind of websites that could do it. I literally know nothing. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area also, please email me, and you're willing to answer some questions, please email me and let me know. I'll admit I don't even know where to start as far as asking some questions, but I'm sure I'll ask a few, and that'll trigger a few more, so on and so forth. So yeah, there's that, and of course we do hope to continue to improve our AV setup, but I am an AV moron, so also right there, if you have any skill sets or knowledge in that area, please email me, and are willing to answer some questions. Please email me and let me know. We would love to help. Otherwise, again, thank you everybody for watching, and we're very excited to continue bringing you our videos. Bye now.